It's now time for the right side view. Just to show you with a little bit of review here, is when we did the front view and the top view, we're only showing what you can see with solid lines and what you can't see with dashed lines, which are called hidden lines. So what can you see in the front view? You can see the hole, you can see the cylinder, and this cut. When you go to the top view, you see that the block changes direction here. That's the end of the block, and that's the other end of the block. But you still have to show that there is a cutout on the side and the hole going through the block. And how we show that is through those hidden lines. All right, so now we have the right side view, which we have the front here, the top. So now the right side view would be us looking at this side of the object. Going back to where I can get my dimensions. I know that I have an 1.5 inch wide block. I know that it is 1 plus 1 plus 1/4 inch, 2 1/4 inches tall. And I can get a lot of other information from projecting my lines. So I'm going to project the lines from the front view. I need that 4 block gap. I know it's going to start there. Project my lines over. Every horizontal line is going to get projected over. Remember, keep them nice and light and you'll never have to erase them. I will have to project the hole over again, but I'm going to wait on that so I don't get confused with the extra lines. Okay. I can quickly look at the sheet that's posted to make sure that the actual measurements and lines are going to line up where I need them. I started that inch over. I know that my block without the cylinder on top, because the cylinder doesn't go the full width of the block, is 2 1/4 inches from adding up these 3 dimensions over here. So I can come down here, line it up at 2 1/4, and I have my projection lines there, so I know that that is the right height. And again, I messed up and only went 3 blocks. And I should have gone 4. So I made that dark. I'm just gonna do a nice light erase there. Just wait, Mr. Travis does it better than I do, so when you see his tutorials, they'll be much better. The width of that block, 1.5 inches from this corner to that corner. If you only have a straight edge and you don't have a ruler, you can just count the blocks. 1.5 inches, and I know that that goes up 2 1/4 as well. There we go. I'm going to darken the lines before I deal with the hole from the front view and the extrusion on top. If I look back at my drawing, I will see this horizontal line But the other ones are going to be hidden because you cannot see that cutout from the right side view. We know the cutout is there, so we have to show it, but you cannot see it from this view. I look over at where that is, line it up. And my hidden line is a dashed line. I'm going to do the same thing here. Now, what you might realize is that where the block comes down, this turn right here, that is going to be a solid line. So that actually covers the hidden line up. So you will not see the hidden line. I'm going to darken that in so you can see it here. This line that's above it was the hidden line that is actually turning into a solid object line. Now that you can see those lines better, we'll bring the lines from the hole over. And those will definitely be a hidden line because you cannot see it from the right side view. Line up my straight edge with the end, projection line, projection line, and then that turns into a hidden line once it gets to my view. So it does not need to be dashed until you place the line into the view. Everything else is a nice light projection line. I have all the information from inside of the block. We're going to now add the extrusion to the top. As you can tell, the extrusion is not the width of the entire block. It is 1 inch in size. And if you look at a circle from the side, or a cylinder from the side, it is actually a rectangle. You cannot tell that it has curved edges. So we are simply going to go from the center point. Let me get back to my pencil here. From the center point, I know it's a 1 inch diameter, so it comes a 1/2 inch over and a 1/2 inch over. 1 inch is the whole cylinder. The height of the cylinder I know is also 1 inch. And then I'm going to connect those lines, which is already connected with the projection from the front view. So the last step in creating my right side view is making these object lines. My front, my top, and my right side view are now all complete. I can double check by looking at the orthographic document. And it looks pretty good to me. I used all the measurements from the isometric. And now my drawing is complete and I'm at the bell.